That is so, Dave, I love you so much. Dave, you are wrong. You are so wrong. We're gonna do another Builder Reacts to Dave Ramsey. You guys love those a lot. So let's do it. Let's have some fun. I want you guys to comment and write exactly what you guys' thoughts are on my reaction, what Dave says, because the more that we comment, the more that we know how to post and what to post valuable content for you to enjoy and digest. Because guys, I'm doing this for you. So like, share, subscribe. Let's get into it. I'm super excited for this one. My video guy is amping me up for this one. So let's get into it. This should be a juicy one.
Sarah's with us in Los Angeles. Hi, Sarah. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
Certainly. How can I help?
So my husband and I are wanting to buy a first house. We've moved a lot over the years, so we have rented. Now we're ready to settle down. And we're trying to decide between buying an existing house or building one.
Okay.
Oh, Sarah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Building a house is two things. Number one, you're going to pay the top of the market per square foot.
No.
Used housing is always cheaper per square foot. You get more bang for your buck with used housing always. Okay. If you can get a nice home that is in good shape that is used, you will get more house for the money.
All right, pause it. No,
the other thing,
guys, that is so, Dave, I love you so much. Dave, you are wrong. You are so wrong. You cannot make 300, 400, 500% cash on cash returns on a used house. You can't. It's impossible. And so I understand that you can pay top of the market. You can get screwed over by the wrong builder. You can hire the wrong subcontractors. But if you follow a proven system and actually, plan out your process, and you have good, let's just say a real estate agent or consultant following you along the process, or a really good lender that gives you enough safety nets, you will most definitely make way more profit on a new construction home than a existing home. Here's why. Because when new homes are getting developed in different areas, whether you buy a lot from a subdivision or just an existing older lot and bringing utilities to it, that area is growing. And so statistics show that year over year, the appreciation growth is 2 to 3 times more than an existing home, especially in those first few years. And that's why you can capture that in the first, let's just say 2 years of living there, sell it for a tax-free profit because it's your personal house. I believe it's IRS topic 701. You can look it up. And so you can get up to 500K tax-free if you're married, 250K single. So I completely disagree. Like, hard stance on this. Build your first home, don't buy it. But let's get into it and see exactly why he says what he says.
And cause a divorce.
Yeah, that's what we've heard.
Yeah, it's a complete pain in the butt. I mean, I'm a project manager mindset, and I grew up around the building business, and I used to sell new construction, so it's pretty easy for me to build a house because I'm just deaf on a budget, a plan, and a timeline, and I ride everybody's butt to get all three of those things to hit. But if you're not going to, including my wife, to get the fixtures picked out, right, and on budget, on time, and that fit the plan, and so, and I don't care what the decorator says, we're doing it this way, and so you got to have somebody in there that's doing that.
So, man, I like Dave Ramsey a lot. He's a good guy. But again, I'm going to have to really disagree with him here, because I built my first house. I was like newly married, and the house actually brought us together a lot more. Where normally I would go to work, wouldn't talk to my wife pretty much throughout the day, and come home and, hi honey, love you so much, and hang out, let's just say, with the kids at that time. I was constantly in communication with her, and we were picking out light fixtures together, and it was actually a lot of fun. And so maybe if you're the wrong type of person, character, and you guys butt heads a lot, maybe you shouldn't have been married in the first place. I don't know. I'm not a counselor, but it definitely brought me and my wife closer together throughout this build process, and it was a lot of fun. I think the only downside that we had was when we were building to sell, she had a lot of emotional attachment to the home, this beautiful thing that she created, and she really didn't want to sell it. She wanted to move into it. And so that was the biggest downside that I saw. But going through the process, building it, picking it out, designing it was actually a lot of fun. So I don't know where he's getting his numbers or stats, but I don't think that building a home is a leading cause of divorce. I think it's probably lack of money and stress. That's definitely a bigger one, in my opinion.
will fight about everything. The other problem is sometimes people, when they're building a house, they think they're building a dream house. And by the time you get the stupid thing built, your dream changes. So it's not really your dream house. There's no such thing. It's a house.
Pause. I forgot to mention, he also said that he's crazy on the budget, the schedule, and the designer. I think that's important. You should be. When you're building your first house, know your limits and don't go past them, because it is very easy to go past the schedule, to go over budget and do all these things. But have the experience of building your first house. I truly believe that once you build your first house, you're gonna fall in love with it. Obviously, it's extremely financially rewarding if you do it right. And so you're gonna wanna do it again and again and again, and you can save those maybe crazy dream ideas for a future. So stick to the plan, build under budget, build faster than the expected schedule. You'll be really happy at the end. You'll get a really nice check. And then if you wanted to do it again, you totally could. It's really not that hard, especially if you hire a builder, have a good agent representing you, have a good lender to work with. Guys, I'll just be completely transparent with you. You know, the process is simple, but it is hard and it is going to take effort. This is not a get rich quick scheme. Like, there is effort involved for sure. But that being said, my brother worked a full-time job, was a project manager, and he had a builder building 6 houses for him on the side, as he was growing his capital and investing in real estate and you know, obviously building his wealth. So it's definitely possible. You know, I think that if you work a full-time job, you can definitely build one house on the side. You're gonna have to have the right team for sure, but it's not an impossible task. So
there's some benefits to moving into a new house. It's fun. I mean, the last 2 houses we did, we built them. The one we live in now in our lake house, we built both of them. And you know, it's wonderful. You got all new stuff, all the new technology, all that stuff. That's kind of cool. But, you know, it's a stressful process. And it's not ever going to be perfect. None of them are. They're a house.
Right.
So if you want to have fun with it and enjoy the journey and manage a project and pay a little bit more, what you'll get is all the new stuff and get everything exactly like you.
So it's a stressful process. It can be. I would, you know, definitely recommend getting somebody in your back pocket that can guide you along the process. So that problem is solved. It's fun and enjoyable, he said. 1000% agree. It really is a blast, you know, seeing something on paper come to life, and then you get to move into it and enjoy all those new things. Absolutely agree. Paying more, I disagree, because I've done a lot of remodels, but I've done way more new construction, and there's so much more profit and predictability in the new construction game versus the remodel game or existing house kind of method. So I definitely disagree with him on that last one.
Now, warning, spoiler alert, 5 years from now, you'll redecorate anyway, because that color of orange just doesn't work anymore. I might have heard that in my house. It could have happened. So you're gonna repaint. You're gonna do stuff that, you know, stuff wears out. You put a new roof on someday. It's a house. It deteriorates and it changes. And so just you know, it's only gonna be like really, really cool and perfect for maybe a year and a half, and it's not even gonna be perfect then.
Pause. Thank you, Dave. You set me up for success. It'll only be cool and great for about a year and a half. Perfect by then. If you follow the personal house game strategy that I teach, that's when you start looking for your next lot and building your next house, and you get it all over again. Experience the plan, the design, enjoying the brand new technology, whatever that is. That's exactly it. Thank you, Dave.
Bro, you're gonna do a punch list out your ears with the builder. It's just how the process works. So if you'll have your expectations set like that and not worship at the altar of the house and think that this house is going to bring you great joy, then you'll probably actually have fun doing it. I actually enjoy building a house, but I don't worship the house. It's just a stupid house. Yeah. So it's fun to make sure stuff, you know, to control the controllables and project manage the thing. It's just how my brain works. So if you want to do all that, pay a little bit more, you'll have a cool thing. That's fine. There's no downside to either one. You're going to come out okay either way. It's not like you're going to pay 30% more for new housing, or you shouldn't anyway, unless somebody's got some scam running. But it is going to be a good 5 to 10% more than used housing per square foot. So it's a cool, it's a cool adventure.
Okay, pause real quick. So maybe he means that the price of the new construction home, it will be more per square foot. Okay, maybe, but it's also valued more per square foot. So that's where the logic breaks. even if let's just say the same 3-bed, 4-bed house is cheaper on the market than a new construction home, that doesn't matter because the new construction home is still worth more money, and you'll definitely have more profit there. So yeah, I guess if that's what he means, let's keep it going.
But just have proper perspective as you go into it. 3 things to always do when you're building a house, 3 pieces of paper, and you manage the project with those 3 pieces of paper. Blueprint, which tells you what everybody's doing and everybody's in agreement on what we're doing. The budget, which tells you what everybody's doing and everybody's in agreement on what we're doing. We're spending this on the carpet, period. And the schedule, a detailed schedule from your builder as to when they're going to deliver this product. And then everyone understands that if that sub doesn't show up, we are behind. And everyone understands that we're not putting $20,000 worth of carpet in that.
Hey guys, yeah, so I would definitely agree with Dave there. I don't think there's as much important emphasis on the building plans unless you're in a smaller town maybe. But in our area, if we don't build per plan, we don't pass inspection. And so in general, yeah, you obviously need an approved plan, but it's pretty hard to deviate from the building plan unless your inspector just doesn't really actually inspect your site and he just lets you move forward with major changes. In our area, we have to go through revisions. Yep, schedule, 100% important. You have to watch that. Budget, extremely important. You definitely don't want to overpay or have any major surprises. You shouldn't if you follow the process right. And I think I'd like to end this video with just saying that, hey, the process is definitely simple, but it's not easy and it does take some effort and work, but your return on the work invested is absolutely worth it. Can be 3, 4, 5x. So if you invest $50,000 as a down payment, 5% down for both land and construction into this build, you can pull out, you know, 250K of profit. That's very normal in this game. If you underwrite the deal properly and follow all the 7 steps. You can watch my other videos on how I break that down, at least give you a understanding of it. As always, guys, like, share, subscribe, join my community channel, over 5,000 people there, where, you know, people are like-minded builders, investors, aspiring builders, wholesalers, people to help you find deals, you name it, they're there. So join that community channel. Would love to see you inside. And let's end this with, let's crush it.